Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our YouTube channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that this video is actually going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine. As you can see, Kisumu is also fantastic. And maybe you could also let me know where you are watching this particular video from, the county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. And by the way, for us to know where you come from, you might meet your village mate here. In the comment section, let me know your local shopping center, like mine is Kokumu in Nyakach. A few weeks ago on this particular platform, I opined that there is no way William Ruto was going to allow the finance bill to be defeated in parliament. And that William Ruto was going to do everything possible, everything within his powers to ensure that the bill sails through. For that bill to sail through, it requires two-thirds majority. And Parliament resumed its sitting yesterday, and it is expected to consider the finance bill. This finance bill is actually what will provide ways and means of financing the 2023-2024 budget. So if it won't pass, then William Ruto is going to have a lot of challenge. He's going to ensure it sails through. And majority of Kenyans are in agreement that hawana uwezo, this bill is going to go through. But Raila Odinga is trying so hard to stop the bill. And even if you want to stop the bill, this particular bill actually provides Raila Odinga with political opportunities which he can exploit moving forward. Probably I'll need to, in another video, explain to you guys how this bill presents Raila Odinga with political opportunities which he can take advantage of ahead of 2027 general election. But for now, I want us to look at something which is now emerging. Raila Odinga's secret weapon to tackle William Ruto's finance bill. What are his new strategies? What can he do to stop this bill? But before we go into all those details, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is now. Let me just get you an opinion poll which I conducted on this platform. Just when was that? A few days ago. I asked most of you whether you support this bill or not. And the feedback, I'm just getting the feedback, is very interesting. Majority, majority, here it is. What's the, okay. So I just posed a question. Do you support finance bill 2023? The choices were three. There was yes, those who support. There was no, those who don't support. There was that Kiwarambe, for those who remember. If you look at the figures, I don't know whether you are able to see them. If you look at those figures, those who agree that the bill is, those who support the bill are actually 17%. 76% of Kenyans don't support that bill, and 7% wanasema Kiwarambe. So basically also those don't support. So which means 83% of those who are on this platform don't support that finance bill. And I've seen several other opinion polls, including those conducted by UDA supporters themselves, because someone can argue that opinion poll on my channel probably is Azimio. Majority of those opinion polls also suggest that over 70% of Kenyans don't support that bill. Let me ask you yourself who is watching this video, do you support that finance bill? Yes in the comment section, or no? Let me just read those answers. But what are the new strategies which Raila Odinga is trying to develop? For me, I've studied Raila Odinga's latest moves. For example, today there was a national prayer meeting in Nairobi. Then after that, Raila Odinga emerged in Nairobi. The other day, you saw Raila Odinga, Martha Karua, Jeremiah Kioni talking about how Kenya Kwanza is using this finance bill to actually frustrate Mount Kenya. So those are some of the latest strategies. So I want to give you, I think there are 5 or 6. The first strategy which is going to use to try to stop this bill is actually the demonstrations. If there is one language, and the only language which Kenya Kwanza understands, is mass action. Raila Odinga is contemplating returning to mass action because there's now a general consensus in the country that it's easier to rally Kenyans to demonstrate over the cost of living rather than rallying Kenyans to demonstrate against the sacking of Cherarafo or against the opening of Sava. So there's that general consensus that it is easier, that majority of Kenyans are actually now calling upon Raila Odinga to call for mass action. The other day I saw some people from the mountain. I'm just trying to see if I can get that video. Who are being, yeah. Just listen. Just listen to this guys.
Kama wewe mwananchi wa kawaida unaweza mwambia aje?
Mimi ningemwambia Raila Odinga ajaribu hii wiki atuitishe atuletee maandamano. Sisi tuko tayari kutokea kila mtu kwa sababu ile mahadi yote tuliisikia. Kwanza wanafanya the opposite. Na sasa ile mzee anatutetea Raila Odinga. Ajaribu akuje, sisi tunangojea haki. Ukiuliza kila mtu hapa watu wanangojea Raila aseme maandamano ni
kitu ya nyingine naweza uliza. Bili kienda parliament, uliona wabunge wa UDA wote waliitwa pale State House. Tujui waliongea aje na mkubwa wao. Sasa okay, by mistake iende parliament, ikuwe ijafeva mwananchi na imepitishwa na umeongezewa petroli na umeongezewa kitu fulani na kitu fulani na umeambiwa lazima ulipe hiyo kodi ndio upadudi kupata nyumba yenye hata ujui kama utapata ama utapata. Ile kitu mtafanya nyinyi kama raia, your response itakuwa gani kwa ule mbunge mwenye ulichagua ukatuma parliament ama nini? Wewe view yako kama mwananchi ni gani?
Kitu ya kwanza, kwa sababu hatuna sheria ya kuweza kuwatoa kule, wataendelea kutufinyia mpaka hiyo miaka 5 iishe. Lakini sidhani kama kuna mbunge hata moja mwenye atapitisha hiyo 2027 hata ataanza kusimama kuomba kura. Nani anaweza kumpea?
Now, interestingly, that was deep in Mount Kenya. So Raila Odinga is planning something big against this bill. That on the day the bill will be presented in parliament for voting, he's going to rally the entire country to demonstrate against this bill. Whether he's going to succeed or not, I'm not sure. But the truth of the matter is that as things stands right now, Raila Odinga has higher chance of succeeding with demonstration. So that's his first strategy. The second strategy is, and this was actually revealed by Opiyo Wandayi yesterday, that they're likely to file lawsuits. They're going to file petitions in court to either stop the implementation or to stop it altogether. Already, there are several people who have gone to court to try to stop it, including Okeya Omtata. The intention here is that if this bill is going to go through, then they're going to identify a few sections which is not sitting well with the constitution, and then they are going to take them to court, and then the court can actually declare the bill null and void. But William Ruto also understands court process, and is also working towards maneuvering all through. So let us wait and see. But Raila Odinga is actually planning to file several court cases. Number 3 is civil disobedience by the civil society. You know, the civil society were initially pocketed by this regime. But now they are waking up. And William Ruto is actually falling into their trap. Yesterday, there was a serious demonstration in Nairobi organized by the civil society. They were tear gassed. As much as you might say anything, but for them, they achieved their intention and objectives. Because the international community normally work very closely with the civil society. You can say that Raila Odinga is a politician and then you justify why he's being tear gassed. But you can't have any justification why ordinary people who are just demonstrating can be tear gassed. And that's why the PS for Foreign Affairs, is he called Segei? Segei was very mad by the fact that the police tear gassed these people because he understands the international politics around the civil society. And number 3, which is also very important, Raila Odinga and his team are also planning to break down the bad aspect of this bill. So if you are online, probably you might have come across some flyers explaining some of the areas. I just want to play for you. I saw this one I saw like this. You see, like now they are trying to break down where is the money. They are saying that, for example, they are saying here, where is the money? KRA revenue collection between September 2022 to March 2023 was 1.5 trillion. Government borrowing was 689 billion. That's make it 2.24 trillion. So they are asking Ruto, where is that money? Because Ruto is saying there is no money. So they are asking, where is the money? Money owed to public schools, 28 billion, to county government, 94 billion, NHIF, which has not paid anybody, which is not honoring its obligation, 20 billion, elderly, 10 billion. So they are asking, where are these money? Because Uhuru Kenyatta used to offer these monies. And because some of these things affect each and every individual, whether in Kenya Kwanza or Azimio, Raila Odinga believes and his team that by breaking down this bill, the ordinary Kenyan is going to understand. For example, I saw someone file a petition, and in that petition, he had listed the bad side of the bill. This is what they are doing, because William Ruto is also responding by highlighting the good things in the bill. And lastly, Raila Odinga is planning to escalate the activities of Bunge la Wananchi across the country. You know, Bunge la Wananchi is a grassroots network where people debate. So the most famous Bunge is the one in Jacaranda. But right now, if you go to the villages, like the clip I just played, is Bunge somewhere. You come to Kisumu here, there's those discussions. So they've tasked a few individuals to go down there and try and break into pieces the bad aspect of the bill. So do you think Raila Odinga is going to succeed in stopping this bill? For me, this bill is going to go through. And for me, Kenyans are going to find it very difficult. We are going to witness a lot of retrenchment. We are going to see most people getting into depression. We are going to see several bad things which I had never seen in the country before. I don't know what you think. That's my take. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day. Bye-bye.